Hi, I'm Brian Trenchard-Smith, and this is Trailers from Hell. There's many a film that has suffered from creative interference for perceived and overriding commercial reasons. I wanted to make a battle movie like Zulu that represented the perspective of both sides. The siege of FIREBASE GLORIA was to be about war and reconciliation. Years after the fall of Saigon, our Marine hero meets a Viet Cong officer he had once fought hand-to-hand in the battle that killed his best friend. How does he feel about his former enemy? The Marine extends his hand and says in Vietnamese, "Welcome." Sentimental, perhaps, but I thought it worked. Their meeting and their reconciliation were cut from the movie shortly before the sound mix, rendering the story purely about a battle. Sales executives felt that from a US audience point of view, there was, and I quote, too much emphasis on the gooks. Perhaps we progressed a little in our attitude since 1988. Let's hope. So, what was I to do? I got co-star R. Lee Ermey into the sound studio, brainstormed some additional narration to add to what was already there, and dropped it into the final mix without executives noticing. I think it redressed the balance somewhat, and enough of my intent showed through, but it would have been a deeper film with the intended bookends.
This was hell.
Where the hell are we going now?
Some little damn fire base. Gloria is the name of it.
The distributor's trailer goes for the patriotic jugular, evoking the sell of those gung-ho Marine movies of the 1950s. Against all odds, they went to hell and back. Indeed, that summarizes the experience of every soldier on both sides who fought in the Vietnam War, and every war for that matter. The excellent script combines into one battle a range of actual incidents during the 1968 Tet Offensive, which took American troops by surprise. To increase authenticity, I co-wrote some new scenes with Full Metal Jacket's R. Lee Ermey, who was a real Marine drill sergeant and served 2 tours in Vietnam. He plays the role with a perfect blend of sardonic toughness and genuine compassion. Wings Hauser is excellent as a career soldier hanging on to sanity by his fingernails. He wrote the confessional scene he has with Lee before the final battle. I always listen to actors' ideas. But what I listened to mostly was gunfire and explosions. Our Filipino pyro chief, Danny Boom Boom Dominguez, said we ignited more napalm than Hamburger Hill. Making a war movie in a war zone was an interesting experience. We were working in an area contested by communist guerrillas, the New People's Army, whom we hired as our security guards. One day, the government helicopters arrived half a day late. They had been strafing NPA positions 100 miles north. "We will now change to blank ammunition," said the captain. "Excellent idea," I replied. Ironically, there were some NPA playing Viet Cong in our battle scenes. Some Vietnam veterans have told me the film reflects their experience. Perhaps too many frontal assaults, but I guess I'm addicted to spectacle. It's also been singled out for praise by Quentin Tarantino.